When lockdown was announced and I knew I wouldn't be able to go back to university for a while, I remember feeling really overwhelmed.
I just felt blank.
I think I cried.
I didn't know what to do.
I just felt paralyzed.
I remember feeling the sensation of helplessness, like nobody was going to help us in our situation.
So I felt all the money I've paid is just going to go for waste.
Not being productive was
This
just
situation was
killing.
very, very hard for us.
The connection is really bad.
What beautiful life, university clothes.
I had to just make work from home. I went to go back to my uni accommodation. It's not like being in a scummy area.
What are we supposed to do?
I picked the University of York for doing my master in film and television production with sound design, mostly because of the equipment that the university made available to the students.
So I was obviously very excited about this because it was my first year and the first time ever I was going abroad for my studies.
Remember the first week, parties and social gatherings and events.
It was a great time, very nice university, nice campus, so there was all the opportunities to learn and practice for the start of my career.
Somebody got a message, and then I think everyone then started getting messages.
A student who sent a mail saying that there's this virus and he's scared about it.
I learned from social media that a Chinese student went to class with a fever recently and he had just come back from Wuhan, China. This situation is very serious. Please pay attention to it.
All the information I got, got fever and come back from Wuhan. So combine all the informations, I suppose maybe someone, got affected by the coronavirus.
Public Health England has informed us that one of our students has tested positive for coronavirus.
I didn't realise at that point that would be the last time I would be stepping foot inside the university.
So what you came here for is just cut.
Emails were being sent by university saying that people who could go home must go home.
So from that, everything happened so fast.
And I remember feeling really angry because things were open, restaurants were open.
Bars were open, pubs were open.
Clothes shops being open and stuff.
Other school groups were open, but yet university years were closed.
When in your life you would actually think that something like that would happen,
I've seen people going out and just having drinks all together, but yet I couldn't get my education back.
Why are they stopping us from doing this, but certain other things are happening?
This was not the experience that people applied for and expected. And for many people, the whole online engagement process hasn't worked.
Especially in cinematography, the whole point of doing this master was all the practical side of it.
I've paid £22,000 as tuition fees. For, I think, 4 months I've gone into university.
What I paid for and what I was receiving, and it didn't quite match.
And that's where the whole problem lies, is should university be paid for in the first place?
It has actually been exposing and exacerbating the decades-long fundamental flaw, which is the failed project of the marketisation of higher education.
We need to stop and make sure that everyone was getting the education that they need.
I believe the Secretary of State has completely failed the education establishments in schools, primary, secondary and at other levels.
This is a complete stain on the government's awful handling of this pandemic.
I want to thank students for the sacrifice that you are making.
Boris Johnson is saying thank you to the students for their sacrifice. We're not just throwing our education away willingly, it's being taken away from us.
Media tried to address the major cause of the spreading of the COVID to the university students. It's unfair.
The situation is extremely bad.
I am a super spreader. At least that's what it said in the newspaper header. I don't care about my elders. All I make is ethical errors. All I do is party with the masses. Let's forget about my missed classes. Forgotten. Like an apple that's gone rotten. Except now I have a bad rep. Can I overstep and talk about how I feel? When people are dying, this pandemic is real. Is it inappropriate for me to speak out about the education that I go without?
In hospital is now higher than it was.
To be honest, I'm really scared about the future. But what can we do?
I don't feel fit here.
We need that additional help, and I don't think we're going to get it.